Hello there, welcome to Genesis Models, and what we have for this little video here is the Ju-87 G2 Stuka by Italeri 1/48 scale. So we're going to have a nice in-box review of this, nice box art going on as well, and what we're going to do is we're just going to have a quick look before we actually open everything up. Now this is kind of like a new tool. I think it's only like so many years old. They've done a few versions of this, so you know, we're not looking at anything mega old. Just having a quick look. Usual kind of Italeri instructions, we'll have a closer look at them later. Decals do look rather nice. They are printed by cartographers, it says, so no problems there. We do get a nice bit of photo etch out of the box, which is rather nice. It looks like we've got some instrument display panels going on here as well, some seat belts, which is a nice touch for out of the box. Looking at it, right, we've got first bag of sprues. Packaging looks rather nice. We've got about 2 sprues to 1 bag here, looking rather good, and I think this is what makes this. I think it's what makes it the G2, which it's got these nice 2 cannons underneath the wing to make it a bit of an anti-tank kind of fighter, which is rather nice. So they're nice. We've got our next bag. Oh, everything's all in that last bag. What we've got in here, we've got 2 big sprues as well as our clear parts, and our clear parts, they also look separately bagged as well. Now looking at this, you know, it looks like it's going to be a relatively kind of big-ish fighter than normal. Looking at it as well, I mean, we've got some nice recessed detail, recessed panel line detail. You know, we've got our wings there. Then we have on this side, a bit hard to see, but I mean, we've got a fuselage section and everything. We've even got like engine detail we could probably do with this. So actually looking rather good. So let's get it all unbagged, do a bit of research, and have a good closer look. Let's get started with the instructions. Now the instructions, typical, nice little description about the aircraft, which basically just says that you know, the Stuka was used quite heavily in the Poland campaign, but over the years it kind of got a bit obsolete. So what they did, they basically made this G2 version, which was armed with 2 3.7 centimeter anti-tank guns, basically go on the Eastern Front and take on large numbers of Soviet armoured divisions. So nice anti-tank guns going on this. So quick look at the instructions. It's normal kind of standard matte paper, no kind of colour going on here, but it does show you how to put the decals and the photo etch in here for our cockpit. The colour callouts are Model Master and Italer's new acrylic paint range, so not too bad, I suppose. The cockpit seems like it's going to go together in a nice sort of, gets kind of put into a nice box, and the detail does look nice there. Looks rather simple, nice bit of photo etch going in there. It's a usual kind of fighter sort of build where you put 2 fuselage sections together, you put your 2 wing sections together, and then your fuselage and your wing section comes together. Nice, simple, easy. You do get to build a engine for this, which they show you how to have it all enclosed, nice and closed, and then they also show you how to have it all nice and open. Does look like you're going to want to put a few hoses and stuff in there if you want to kind of have the engine open. Open and close canopy, which is rather nice, plus it slides along, so you could probably just leave it unglued and just you know, either slide it closed, slide it open at will. Moving along, nice bit of tail sort of movement going on there as well, and everything else is kind of pretty standard, apart from, you know, with this particular kit you get those 3.7 centimeter anti-tank guns that you stick underneath the wings, which is rather nice. Then we've got decal callouts, nice and simple, and then we have 4 different markings, but sadly, I mean, you look at these markings, there are 4 different options, but they all do look very similar. You know, nothing kind of like fancy, showing maybe desert or whatever, but you know, there you go. So let's have a look at our first couple of pieces. What we have here, this is what makes it the G2, which are these 3.7 centimeter anti-tank guns. Looking at them, we've got nice recess panel lines, nice recess rivets. Looking at it as well, I mean, we are seeing, you know, bits of flash going on here and there. Wheels, they look rather nice as well, and these are two duplicate pieces going on here as well, so no need to look at both of them. Leave the canopy till last. Then we come to our fuselage section, so let's have a nice little look at our fuselage section, which hopefully, you know, you can see we've got nice recess panel lines, nice recess rivets, and when it goes round that 90-degree angle, those recess panel lines still do carry on around, which is nice. They don't fade. Engine, you know, looks like you've got a nice base to start with for making up your engine, but it does look like, you know, you're gonna have to put some hoses and stuff in there to jazz it up to make it look a bit better. As you can see, we got some flash just on our propeller here, which, you know, it isn't terrible flash. I'm just kind of pointing out that, you know, we've got a bit of flash going on here. Our engine covers going on as well. Our exhaust just here looking rather nice. We have, I do believe that is our instrument display panel, which is nicely already sort of sanded out, so we don't have to sand it back to put the photo etch on there. So, you know, they are kind of, this kit is meant to have the photo etch on there. Looking on the inside, we do have ejector pin marks going on inside the fuselage, but we don't have to worry about that. Where we're going to have our cockpit, there's no ejector pin marks there. And generally looking at even all the little pieces from what I've seen, I've not really seen any ejector pin marks. There is just one going on just there on our rear wheel landing gear going on there, but I haven't really seen many at all in nasty places, so not bad there at all. Then we come to our next sprue, which has our wing section, and hopefully you can see we've got some nice recess panel lines and rivets going on there, nice detail going on. But what you'll notice as well is just here there's like a little faint bit of it's kind of like a seam line, a bit of like flash, it's a bit raised. What's probably happened here is, depending on what version of Stuka they've been doing, they've obviously sort of cut off just here and kind of put on sort of like a new different piece or something and brought that together, just so that they can have the different versions or something going on there. But you do have this faint bit of raised area which you probably want to sand out, and that goes for both sides as well as the top of our wing section as well. There's just this little faint line you might want to take care of. Apart from that, looking very nice. Bit of cockpit detail going on here, as you can see, looking you know, a lot of detail going on there, quite lively. No ejector pin marks, so very nice there, and the same the other side. So that is that. Then we have our canopy section. Our canopy section, hopefully, as you can see, is looking very nice and shiny. I'm not seeing any cobweb effects going on in there, no cracks, maybe a bit of flash around the edges in one or two places, but actually those are looking very nice canopy, so nice thumbs up there. Then with this particular kit we do get some nice photo etch, which, as you can see, we've got our instrument display panel, which if I just quickly get the decals out, what you see here is the actual dials that go with the photo etch, so that you see all the dials come through our instrument display panel there, which really is going to kind of bring that out nicely detailed. We've got seat belts in there and a few other little bits here and there which is going to go on the kit as well, so that's a nice little touch there. Then we come to our decals. As you can see, it does, oh, it did it, yeah, there it is, just in the corner there. designed and printed by a cartographer, so nice thumbs up there. And as you can see, these decals are nicely coloured. They're kind of glossy going sort of satin, nicely in registry, no problems. Even the small writing, this is probably the smallest writing just there. I don't know if you can make it out on camera, you're probably not going to, but if you can get a magnifying glass to that, you can actually read what is there, which is really nice. And as I say, I love it when they put those decal dials in there. Really kind of sets off the cockpit, if you ask me, with some photo etch. So there we go, that is the entire kit there. Now, what can I say about the price? Well, the price for this kit is £29.99 from Hanance, right? So we're talking, that is RRP. It's not a bad price. I mean, let's face it, it's not like a fighter, in the sense that it's like, I mean, fighters, you know, your P-51s, your Spitfires can be like that big. I mean, this is, you know, bigger than your average fighter, so we say. So, you know, it is a bit bigger. We do get photo etch in there, you know, so I think it's a reasonable price. Maybe slightly a bit more than you'd want to pay, maybe, but I mean, it's not too bad. But overall, it looks like a very nice kit. It looks like it'll go together nicely. It looks like you've got nicely above average surface detail going on there. It looks like the cockpit's going to look really nice, especially with that extra bit of photo etch. You know, the option of the engine just kind of gives you that nice option to open it up, close it, whatever. You know, and the added extras of, you know, this being a G2 with the anti-tank guns as well is rather nice. So what I've basically scored this for a Genesis model score, I've scored it an 8.2. Now, an 8.2 here at Genesis Models puts it in the above average bracket. Above average is between 8 and 8.9, so it's nicely just got in there as an above average kit, which basically means you're not really going to have any problems with this. It's going to go together rather nicely. You're going to end up with a rather nice end result. You're not going to be like really sort of going mad trying to do nasty fit issues or something like that. You're really going to have a nice satisfactory kit going on there. So hopefully you've enjoyed this inbox review. My name's Bobby Waldron, this is Genesis Models, and I hope you've enjoyed.